Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever, and we're back in the Alps just outside Sarnen, and you're having difficulty knowing which bit you should look at as the Flying Scotsman goes tearing across the bridge while our goods train here carrying cattle comes very slowly out of its station. Like menacing doom for the cattle on board, it heads to the slaughterhouse. Anyway, last time around I built this this extension to the intercity route. The only thing that I've done since then is I've smoothed out the curve here, so it no longer has that rather abrupt change in bearing on the way in, because, you know, such things make me a very unhappy camper. Anyway, Sarnen itself has yet to really build up much any passengers at all. I've been rolling for an extra, I don't know, month or so, and it will pay off at some point, and it will pay off across the board, because nothing helps a city grow more than having multiple other city connections. See, this is the shot I should have waited for. This one right here. Oh well, I am going to be far less disappointed in future. I know exactly where to sit. I'm going to stop with the intro right here. It's not going to get any better than that. So why don't you stick around and we'll get on with the action. Okay then, right, to start off today, we're going to be focusing on Sarnen and getting up some kind of passenger route. We've got 2 passengers waiting for the intercity, and that's a good sign. But some kind of in-town transit is beneficial. For these kinds of operations. Where are all you lot going? You're all trundling across really bad roads, clogging up my dock, in order to get to the lights and the big city that is Brienz. Although, you know, it's not exactly, you know, Vegas, is it? Which is good, because it means that I can replace all of that with the finery of some modern rail. And people will take advantage of it. And maybe, no, I don't know. I was about to say maybe we'll get to that today. We won't. We won't get to that today. That's not a thing that's happening at all. Instead, what we shall do is let's build ourselves some road, shall we? Because that's flaming riveting. Do a bit of that. And as you will see, none of the cars disappeared. Thanks to the new gameplay patch, which is now out and in free circulation and stretching its legs and reminding us all what a marvellous thing it is. I haven't really encountered a massive number of the vaunted improvements. However, that doesn't mean they aren't there. It just means I haven't pushed the button that will make them a thing yet. Why did you put that there? That's a terrible bit of road. Just leave it. Leave it for now. Get to it in a minute. But I need to do a bridge. Bridging is life. Bridging is what we're here for. Ignore that. Right, so let's think about this. No, I need to do a bridge. Okay. And the reason I need to do a bridge is because, as with every other town on the map, my ultimate goal will be to have townsfolk building up on both sides of the station, so that it can look like it's always been there. Now I've got five platforms going on here. At Sarnen, and at some point that's to enable a passing train to go through. I haven't thought that through in any more detail than what I just said, but my thinking is increasingly towards what I'm going to do to revitalise my goods services. That's quite a bit taller than I'd like. Can I have a second opinion here? If we make this a bit longer, can we get a slightly more genteel bridge in? Well, that's slightly more genteel, largely because it doesn't work. All right, well, what if we shorten it? No, if you shorten it, it just becomes madness. But about there, we'll allow it. Is that giving me enough space? It's giving me enough space. All right, let's use our favourite bridge design. Well, I hope it's your favourite bridge design, because it's mine, and therefore that's the one I tend to use quite a lot. Right, let's pull this out here. Swing this down there. How's that look? I have seen better. I've also seen worse, usually built by me, but, you know, we'll take that. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll smash it in under this bridge instead. So I was thinking of doing something slightly complicated for this commuter route inside Sarnen, but when it comes down to it, I think what I'll end up doing is just making it so that it's got some growth potential. No, hold on. You want the? Oh, that's okay. They've moved that. Let's magic wand this, shall we? There we are. Right, and then we're going to want. Hold on. Why have I got a green line on here? It's telling me it's the same kind of track. Okay, fine. No, let's not do that. Let's do it this way. So yeah, so I'll probably put a bus stop on this side of the station, even though the number of people that are going to be using it initially can be counted on the fingers of no hands. But we would like it to extend at some point, and therefore we plan for that future. There we are. See, look, that's a nice something. Oh, train 9 needs replacing. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's not the only one as well. Right. Okay. So we've got the hive of activity down here in downtown Sarnen. You will get on there without complaint. That's good. Will you get on there a little less uglily? If we continue your progress coastal there, and then I call it coastal. It's more riverbank, isn't it? But you know, it amounts to the same thing. That's good, right? That's 2 bridges over. If we do another one down here at some point, that'll be quite fitting, probably. Okay, yeah, good. Let's get some bus stops up. Now I'm going to want a tram station right next to the station. Do I want to do trams? Why not? I'd never make any money off trams. Trams are just a big fat waste of cash as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if that's... I'm not suggesting for a moment that it is impossible to make money out of trams. What about this flipping beefcake of a tram stop here? If you fit in there, that would be fun. And and since I've just started, I could just remove the... we're going to want to make it electric. We're going to put a couple of platforms in. Have I used this somewhere else? I haven't used it somewhere else. All right, we'll use it here. There we go. Let's get rid of those. I'll stick those back in a sec once I've got the stop in. But we want to put the stop in a place that means they can get to the station. Anything else would be ridiculous. I mean, it's fairly ridiculous already, but I'm going to do a bit of that. It's also the other reason that I'm not a massive fan of sticking a whacking great tram station just outside the station is it eats real estate that the AI is more than happy to build on, that will give me incredibly close passenger opportunities to make a couple of quid out of. But no, it's not keen on doing that. Right, upgrade with all of this, please. Because we're going to want to do that at least. And then, what do we want to do? Let's head down there and over here and over that and do a bit of this. And then I think we will run 2 routes. I think I just removed a building. Well, that's life for you. You know what? I'm going to tram up pretty much all of this. Because it's not horrendously expensive unless I'm missing something. And then later on, I can figure out where exactly the best place to stick stops is. Pick whether you want that as a singular or a multiple, grammar fans, and get back to me. Right, okay, bit of that, all of this, tons of that. And over we go. Yep. Right, that should, let's do this bit as well since we're here, that should just about cover it, if we do that bit too. Okay, well that's what we in the trade call excessive, but I think we're going to make this the city of trams, and depending on how long this takes, that may end up being the name of the episode. If that is the name of the episode, then you'll know how long I'm about to spend putting trams in place. What have we got here? Stop standard. Small bus stop for trams to be placed on sidewalk. Oh, that's fun. What's streets distance 1, 2, 3? Or is that just 3 variants on the same thing? I think it's probably 3 variants on the same thing. Or is it? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's stick this in. Or is this just a signpost? Does this count as a stop, or is it just a signpost suggesting that a stop is imminent? Well, we'll find out, I'm sure. Right, now, I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of the station. Rather like that. Actually, could we fit it the other side? Because that will be helpful. And we'll work it so that it's more or less parallel with the platforms. There we go. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. We're all done here. That's that finished. I'm gonna, yeah. I do that joke so often. I don't even know. Right, let's go for one here. Is that showing as it is showing as a platform? Look, there's a stop. I like it too. Yeah, we're gonna run with that. I think that's fun. And I went with 3 platforms on there, so I'm going to need to do 3 routes. Otherwise, putting 3 platforms on there was virtually pointless. You may argue how pointless it is anyway, but that's what we're going to do. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put different tram stops in place that have a reasonable amount of spacing between them. Now, there may well be quite a bit of overlap going on. I know, who'd have thought that? But whatever overlap there is basically means that the pedestrians have a bit of a choice when it comes to which stop they go for before they get on board and pay me a king's ransom to ride on the electric trolley bus. Right, I also want at least one dead centre in town. Rather like that. And then probably another one on this one. Right, okay. Have I got enough there? Some of you may be saying, I think you need to put that tool away, friend. You've done clearly too much. Actually, I want a bit more tram track. I want this bit and that bit. Okay, I want that doing. And we'll stick another one out here. There we go. Right, now, let's bring up 3 routes. Let's make one pink so it shows up. One is that's quite a nice blue. And then another one is this very standard green. Right, okay, so let's start with Mr. Green here, and we'll go from Sarnen Annex, which we will retitle after the event. And we'll go from Sarnen Annex. What are you thinking? I'm not. Okay, now that you're actually coming to put the route together, you need to put some thought into it. Let's go for this one, Grove. Which it'll do. It's just because it's backtracking. I can't see the green well enough. It doesn't quite pop. There we go. This very pale yellow pops. That's for sure. And then we'll go out to Queen Street before heading to. I need one about here. Okay. Well, let's stick it in then. There we go. For heading out to Queen Street, and then whatever this is, the avenue, before going to Sarnen Branch, back to the avenue, and Queen Street, and Grove Road, and Sarnen Annex. Right, that's number 1. So this one we will call, I don't know, nothing at the moment. That's just going to stay as line 1 for a minute. There you go. You stay put. Now then, for my next trick, let's do this one. We'll go from Sarnen Annex, and we'll go out the other way on this one, over to West Street, and then we'll hit North and School Lane, and yeah, okay, I've got a scheme now, and then we'll hit Green and Highfield and Manchester and Sarnen Branch and Manchester and Highfield and Green and School and North and West. Right, smashing. So as far as overlap is concerned, this has worked quite nicely because they're only overlapping at the two train stations in question. And it means that the passengers have several different ways of getting there. Now, then the third one, which is currently called Line 2, will hopefully tie the whole thing together. Because it's going to go West and Grove and whatever that is. Hold on, we've come unstuck. I need another bridge there. All right, okay. Well, what are you going to do about that? Because we don't want to double back on ourselves, because I need to get over the bridge now. All right, let's remove West. What does that give us? Still nothing great, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's muddle on and see where we get to. Right, let's... do I want to kill these off? I do want to kill these off so we can see where we're going. Means I'm going to have to fish them back out again afterwards, but that's life. Right, and then we have the choice. We can either come down here and then go over west. It's a funky route, that one. And if I had a stop, I don't know, about there, maybe that would make sense. All right, let's do it. There we are. See, what I should have done is I should have replaced these individual bus stops with whichever route they're on. But you know, let's not dwell on that, shall we? Right, and we'll stop at Alexander, and then we'll go to west, and then okay, we're over the other side now, and then we will hit north and School and Green. And Windsor, oh yeah, Windsor, that's a thing. And then Park, and then whatever the hell you are, Mill, the Avenue, and Chugaboom here, before heading back to, oh, hold everything. No, West Street's in the wrong place. Oh, no. Okay, right, get rid of that. Albert, where are we going here? So we went Alexander. So after Alexander is the right place to put west. Right, and then you're currently having to do a turnaround at Grove Road. Now, if I replace Grove Road with a proper tram stop, yes, it adds a little bit of expense to the world, but is this actually going to work? If I delete these, if I can find them, there they are. If I delete these... right, and then replace it with one of these instead. Is that going to pick it up? Yes, it is going to pick it up. Excellent. Right, good. So there we go. So we've got the turnaround going on, and that's all good. Is it all good? Yep, it looks to be all good. So that's taking it. I mean, basically, that's the unification route that takes in some of the more weird and wonderful sights and sounds of the route, but the upshot should be that it allows passengers to cross between different lines. So Queen Street's over here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Grove Road. We then backtrack on ourselves by going 12, 11. No, it's bumping all the numbers, you fool. Oh, no. All right, okay, all right, that's okay. Don't panic. Don't fret. Right, Grove Road. We want to go to, or maybe we put it out the other side of Queen Street. Where the heck is Queen Street, given that it goes from Queen, there's Queen Street. Queen Street, Grove Road, Queen Street is what we want. Queen Street, Avenue, Mill, Park. I'm never going to memorize this. I don't know why I'm bothering reading it out loud. No, right. Maybe if I remove Grove from there. Yeah, see, this is the smart thing to do. And then we stick it on there. And then we can just backtrack. So we go 11, 10, thank you, 9, 8, and so forth. 5, thank you. 3, and wherever the hell 2 is, 2 and 1. Right, good. No, not good. Why are you turning around there? Ah, we're not going to... Maybe I need some kind of a waypoint. Good. How does that work? Select terminal for this stop. Oh, that's fun. All right. Okay. Good. I'll do that in a sec. Right. I need a straight waypoint in here. I have not looked this up. I've just found a button. There we go. Waypoint post 2. Waypoint routing. A line can be used like a line, like a station. Okay. All right. I'll stick that in here then, please. There we are. I don't really know what that's done. Oh, I see. Okay. We'll stick one on the other side as well, please. Thank you. And so, therefore, what we want is, before we get to Albert Road, so the last thing we... Oh, hold on. No, you've got Albert Road and Albert Road. That's wrong. You've got this wrong. And oh, no, hold on. You need to hit the Grove. Dear fool. And the Grove. Hey. There we go. Waypoints unnecessary, but there we go. I pressed the waypoint button, so I've got a vague idea of how they work now. Now, clearly, I'm going to need a whole bunch of trams running up and down there in order to make that one work, because it's a beefy old route. But it should do quite a nice job. What's this here? This gas station. I like it. Still a little bit early in historical terms to run a gas station, but. Well, this one anyway. I'll show you. I mean, we've had a quick look at it before, but it's just a smidge too modern. So we'll hold on to that until we're a bit further down. Right now, let's bring that up. No, bring this up, and then give me lines 1 and 2 and 3. Thank you. Okay, so Sarnen Annex, it's going to use platform 3. This one's going to use platform 2, and this one wants to use platform 2 as well. No, terminal 1 or terminal 2. I thought I said you were to have 3. Or is that... No, you're looking at Albert Road there. What's the one we actually want here? Sarnen Annex. Oh, you don't go to Sarnen Annex. Well, that's all right then. Right, okay, so this is going to be the Sarnen Loop. Sarnen Loop. This one we shall call, let's pick a name off here that doesn't occur on this one. Manchester's sticking out, but let's go for Sarnen Highfield. Highfield. All of this is going to lose money. That's an absolute given, because trams don't like making me money. Grove Road I want to change the name of anyway. Actually, you're using Grove Road 2, and on the loop, where are we? Grove Road, you also use 2. Let's put you on 1. Yeah, see, this is like thinking things through and what have you. And then these two chaps over here, they both use Sarnen Branch, and they're both using 1, so let's get you using 2. There we go. Oh, independent queuing. Amazing. And this one's going to be Sarnen Avenue. Do we stop at Avenue on Highfield? No. Okay. Sarnen Avenue, which is a completely pitiful name for it. Okay, well, it'll do. Such as taking road names and using them as identifiers for different routes, it's just convenience rather than anything else. Right, okay, Grove Road. We're going to change the name of this to be the Uptown Tram Hub. There you go. See, so it sticks out like a thumb that is thumb shaped, and then over here this is going to be Sarnen train, Sarnen main station stop terminal. And then over here we're going to have The Sign and Branch Terminal. Yeah. Fine. Good. Right. There we are. That's given them slightly more esoteric sounding names. And now all we need to do is spend about £1 million on some flipping trams. Right. Here we go. Let's get the loop running first. What have we got to choose from here? We've got the T1. A good T1. We've got the Peter Witt, which I regularly use. And we've got the Gotthardville. Right, what are you talking about? 40 kilometres an hour, 35, 60. That one goes like grease lightning compared to the others. So I think we're going to be using T1s at least in one area. Have I got anything else that comes close to 60? I don't want to be running anything. We're going to have to commit to one type of tram or multiple types of slower tram. So we could put this Wagen-Type Wiens mit 3,6 Meter Abstand und Längsachsen. There we go. Thank you very much. Horrible bit of German there. My interpretation, not the language itself. Right, let's go with... Where are we? That's 5. Feels like a lot. Let's do one more. Set line to the Saanen loop. There we are. Get to work. Let's get those coming out of the terminal. There we are. Lean-looking beasts, aren't they? Somewhat rickety, somewhat likely to fall over given a stiff breeze. Let's colour them, because otherwise everybody's going to end up the same colour, and we will make those pink, the same as the route on which they travel. Actually, that's a bit too shocking pink. Let's subdue it ever so slightly and maybe purplize it some. Right, okay, next purchase. You know how I opened up today by saying I need to make some more money? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to waste a bunch of it on some flipping trams. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Should do the trick. And we'll put that on Saanen Avenue. Right, again, we're going to give these the same colour as the route. So this route is yellow. Now, I don't usually like to afflict too many different colours of tram in one town. I think it starts to look like something of a paint factory jamboree. However, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's slightly longer, so we'll get one. Oh, I haven't got any money left. So typically I'll use one colour for each individual city, but in this case, I think having multiple lines in multiple colours is potentially beneficial. Come on, I need another £5,000. You can do it. Give me some cash. Anytime. Thank you. There we are. Right, and that's going on Highfield. Right, and then this one's using this nice powder blue colour, which is pretty acceptable. Blue, that's that one. Well done. How do we feel about that? If I'm honest, it's a bit lilac. But that might just be my wonky colour perception there, doing its wonky colour perception thing. Anyway, that's an absolute stack of trams there, tramming it around the place. And now that I look at it, this particular tram station is possibly a little on the modern side as well, given that appears to be an electronic ticket booth. But we've done it now, and and it's going to be tougher to fit it in later on. So we'll just pretend that particular anachronism hasn't happened. Good, right? Okay, so that's going to keep running, and that's going to move things along. Now then, we're wrapped up substantively as far as today's episode is concerned. But I'm going to swing out here for a bird's eye view of all things goods related. The goods system is currently working, but as you know, if you've been tuned in for the last few episodes, I do want to completely overhaul it and build a massive goods hub, and we're probably around 1 or 2 episodes from that happening. The reason that I point that out is because it's going to be 4 episodes straight, probably 2-3 hours worth of hub redevelopment. brought to you in stunning 1080p on that there YouTube that you are currently watching, and I might need a couple of days to warm up, because what I don't like doing is leaving you with an incomplete project at the end of an episode. So I'm going to do all 4 of those episodes back to back, and then we'll put them out on consecutive days, and it will be quite the festival of technological redevelopment. And making it all work. So the fact that it's not quite working at the moment doesn't faze me so much as it will do in the future, and we're going to spend a shocking amount of money in order to make that happen. So there you go. That's coming soon. It will either be the next 4 episodes after this one, or it will be shortly after What's Gone Wrong Here. You're waiting for a free line. Well, you're on the right path. You're on the wrong path. Why are you on the wrong path? You shouldn't be. Well, it's just as well I decided to do a quick map sweep around before the end of the episode, isn't it? Because you're now all skew whiff. Let's stick that on there. There we go. Now, if you'd be so kind, I've invested quite a lot in this piece of infrastructure to try and make some flaming bucks, but you're intent on just kind of parking up and going, no, Gov, no flaming bucks for you. You're my primary flaming buck earners, as it were. Well, anyway, that is going to leave us with a 2 Flying Scotsmen meeting on an isolated piece of track. There's a joke in there somewhere. Beautiful. I had wanted to finish up with a bit of Sarn and Tram action, though, if I'm completely honest. Doubtful is the number of passengers we've got so far, but hopefully when the trains arrive, we'll get some demand. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. I'm not optimistic that this is going to pan out and make me a shed load of cash. I think it might do if the city ever becomes enormous. But at the moment, this is just a large investment. However, chuck a like at this one if you had a good time anyway. Costs notwithstanding. And subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on the gargantuan goods overhaul quadruple episode Fandango. And I'll be back very soon with something that is remarkably similar to this. Let's demonstrate. This is going to be called the Trams episode. All right, something like that. There we go. That's a screenshot. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.